Sa YouTube mo yan? Ano kayong site? Paano sir?
Lulawin.
Hirapan yan, mahirapan ito. Masya ba yan? Hindi ka lang magawa?
Hindi, malaki to.
Call right in front of the Cairns bench. Making shots changes everything.
Lulawin ka na.
Baseline jump. Shot clock at 7 now for Duffelmeyer. Finds himself open. And good knockdown. Who's the player, Duffelmeyer, that just does the basics really, really well? And you can't give him any airspace.
Meron na?
Close out, overhill.
Hindi pa nag-appear. Andun sila sa kabila, sa picture eh.
Salita pala ako, marinig.
Besto.
O, ikaw lang yan nandito.
Space for three.
Basta dito.
Foul on the tight pants. There's going to be a lot of responsibility, obviously, on the bench as a captain, but as well as coming off a championship, you got this new group, and you got to try to instill some of that championship, DNA, if you will, a little bit, some standards, some championship standards. It's going to be tough for him, but I'm sure he's up to the responsibility. Machado all the way.
Nilabas si Sotto
And one
eh.
play coming up.
NBA. NBL.
Just having a look at the Cairns bench there, David, you can see right in the top left-hand corner, Adam Ford, the coach. Last year,
Wala man,
Sydney Kings
nasa
were
labas.
used to seeing him in the three-piece suits, and he was the best-dressed man in the NBL. Pre-season,
Dami nanonood sa'yo, sir.
just happy with
Wala,
the
siya lang.
polo with the tracksuit pants. Still casual. Yeah, you're up there in the tropics now. You can't be wearing this every game. You pass out. Machado makes the extra.
Delay yung salita
They
sir.
don't want to
Delayed.
Delay yung salita
stem the
natin ba?
bleeding a little bit in these last couple of minutes, the tight pants. Adelaide were really motoring and just don't know how to take it away from them.
Uy, nagilas.
Johnson with time on the clock, steps back and knocks it down. Step back now. Okay, there. 13 points, 5 of 6 shooting for the veteran. Here they go again in transition. McCarron
Sayang.
passes a little too hot for Bairstow. In turn, too hot for Marshall. It's up okay though.
Uy,
Bairstow
nagilas sa
posts
tres.
up.
You just want to slow it down. You haven't hit a shot. You just want to just consolidate this lead. Maybe you just throw it inside. Just maybe get a foul. Just
Larong
slow the tempo down.
PBL pala to sa atin. Mga laruan nila eh.
Panasawa. Ado-ado, pwede na lang.
NBL Blitz action rolls on tomorrow. Doubleheader from the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. It's McCarron travels.
Grabe na.
Southeast Melbourne playing Illawarra first up.
Shout out kay Sir na nanonood. Sir ano, Sir ano.
Sydney
Sir,
and
KM.
Melbourne
Kid,
straight after that at 7:30.
KM.
See both of those games and you can see every
Shout
single
out
game.
kay Sir KM.
Blitz
Tubong Mindanao.
free on KO freebies. Thank everyone for being with us this afternoon.
Maligayang panonood, Sir.
Gave it to Daniel Johnson, who was not looking.
Sana, ewan ko.
Johnson turnover.
Nag-uusap ka.
Kay Toto. Laging tulog.
Looks like boy Matt.
Salamat sa inyong panonood.
Salamat sa inyong panonood. Sana magising na kayo.
Nandiyan na si Wonder, si Sotto.
Kia Sotto, andito si Kia.
Kaldo namin order mo.
Marshall, the job of
Sotto.
trying to stop Machado. Ambitious pass for Zimmerman. Besto reels in
Salamat sa
another rebound.
nanonood. Sana magising na kayo.
But a Karen from deep.
Siguro kang basa.
Parang
It's a drop and falls into the waiting arms of Majok
Ako nahihilo sa
Machado with
laruan
no
nila
numbers
eh.
ahead of him. Missing out on his 3 ball as well.
Parang mas maayos pa maglaro ng PBA dito eh.
Oh, nakuligin mo ka lang.
Johnson, nice pass for Bairstow.
Kaya, kung sino yan.
Everything doesn't have to be a 3.
Bukas na din kasi ito sa kabila eh, sa lahat.
Pangit yung laro na.
Para silang mga bata lang eh.
Yung sa NBA din ba, mag-live ka rin ganyan, sir.
His second triple of the first half.
Dapat makaano ka sa ano.
Drew a double team, which I'm not sure you need to double him just yet, but they doubled and it
Bakit
cost
hindi ka na-counter na...
8 points on 3 of 7 shooting.
Oh, yung
Tanashi
copyright
McCall,
mo. Pilak pa naman, may tip mo na.
fresh
Ano
out of winning a
nakapag
G-League
tayo?
championship with the Lakeland Magic.
Tip ba? Yung pangalan nila.
The chip is a chip no matter where you get it from.
Yep.
Shout out to
Saan yan ba yan? Dapat dalawa talaga gamitin cellphone. Ha? Pwede naman
Jared,
isa.
excellent find for Majok Deng.
Tasmania, sa Australiang Tasmania, di ba?
Inside single figures the
Saan bang
time bands.
Tasmania?
Under a minute to go
May
before half time.
gunit na siya ha.
So they're hanging around and making life difficult.
Shout out sa nagtira, hindi nakapasok. Natumba pa.
His body on the line, but
Madungog
Can't come up with it for Adelaide.
Ano, mga... Delay lang na?
Ha?
Delay.
baseball making a few shots to the team defense.
Papasok din yan dito.
My State Bank Arena. See some no shots of theirs. Looking at that tree.
Tanggalin mo yan.
Redevelopment of not just the stadium itself, but the areas surrounding.
Hello!
Hello sa nanonood.
Cannot
Ano
wait
man
to
ang
get to-
pangalan mo?
Cannot wait for the season opener to be played here on December the 3rd. Between the Jack Jumpers.
Nilabas si Sotto eh.
Kaya kalikas mo para pa ni magdulo ng top.
Oh.
Pogi mo.
Last play of the first half.
Bakla ko sa'yo.
Got his shot away and it counts.
Found a way.
Taji McCall finishing on a winning note for the Taipans. And they've kept themselves in the game.
Free throw siya kanina eh.
42-36 at the main break.
Need a guy like
May points na. Pumasok kanina. Free throw. Nilabas lang.
Porter.
Pagod na eh. Nilabas na.
Obviously done that in the G League. And now it's just a matter of
Mga laro nila parang kahit yung PBA natin, kaya sila eh.
playing with. There's a lot of excitement in the G League these days.
O yan, yung mga panalo, mga chicks.
36ers make their way off the floor.
I think the scoreboard is flattered them a little bit. Don't need to be down 6 considering. But like I say, you're not going to see anybody's best basketball in early November. So take the good with the bad.
Here's some of the highlights from the first half. Cam Besto playing a nice role in his first outing as a 36er. What have you thought of this new Adelaide team so far, Dave?
So I think they wanted to outrun. That's how I see they play as a player.
Ano rin ito? Nilawin.
The havoc they're like they don't have the bodies just yet to be able to do it. You know, so imagine you got
Hindi kasi
It's a long shot all of a sudden. You know,
pinapasok ko.
get out and run more, but it's hard to always run when you're giving up buckets. It's hard to take it out of the net all the time. Run and go down there and get a quick shot on it. Now it's not a good shot. So CJ, I guess he can instill like his rules, but he doesn't have the personnel right now, at this early stage, to really have those rules look pretty good.
They have their full lineup.
Napapagod ako.
Take a look at the shooting percentages, which have improved since
Dumikit yata.
the opening quarter. Humphreys, Johnson, Sotto, Bairstow.
Yeah.
Four quality bigs.
That's a nice front court. There's some nice depth there. You can do a lot of things. Daniel Johnson can clearly stretch the floor. So, he'll be able to, a lot of dribble handoff stuff they're doing, a lot of pin down stuff they're doing. He got some weapons in that regard. I was looking at the free throw attempts, and I see, it's kind of indicative of how they're playing right now, both teams. 3 foul shots each. Yeah. You don't get foul shooting threes very often.
Daniel Johnson leads all scorers with 16 points. Tajee McCall doing a lot of his work in the second quarter. Now the Taipans player in double figures, Mitchell Deng, was the fast starter in the game. He has 9. Cam Bairstow, 7 rebounds in the opening half.
Well on his way to it. People say we might want to see a little bit more activity with the big fella. I don't know if the cans are going from the big cans. I don't know if that's done anything to him, but getting off to a bit of a slow start in the first half. Expect a little bit more out of him.
So halftime, it's Adelaide who lead 42 to 36 over the Cairns Taipans. As the box scores roll, we'll take a short break here from MyState Bank Arena and be back with the second half in just a few moments' time.
Yan siya.
One moment. Off this turnover, Malou didn't have enough hops to get it done. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Perfect. Here he is on cue. Sotto went up strong and scores on Majuk Deng.
Good job, Kai. Prove that you can shoot the ball with 2 hands and it might go in. Obviously a tough transition. It's not just because you look good in the airport, you're tall, and you got long arms and all this kind of stuff. You still got to come out here and fit in, gel. So like I said, we got to give everybody a bit of a break. But once the season starts, passes are over.
Unlimited minutes.
Like that, you got to get back on defense. You get the end one, and you may beat you down court for the dunk. So just little things like that. That's probably why he didn't play a whole lot in the first half. CJ's probably just easing him into it.
Majuk Deng now up to 11 points. Johnson stepping out for another 3, put a foot on the line and stepped out of bounds.
Would you rather shoot a balanced two-pointer or step back and intentionally step out of bounds?
Well, I know coaches hate that, having a foot on the line. Shout out to Shane Hill, who'll be watching Hammer. It is his #1 pet hate. Just a little word of warning to any of his girls from the Sydney Flames this year. Do not put your foot on the sideline. Hammer hates it. McCarron fires a pass into Sotto. Couldn't hang on to it.
Probably a little too low for Kai.
McCarron picking up a personal foul.
Looks like CJ switching everything to on ball screens. Kai just jumped out on that one. So if he can have an agile group that's versatile, they can all switch a lot of this stuff right here.
Zimmerman using his muscle inside the paint. Nice soft finish with his preferred left hand.
Zimmerman probably want to do a little bit more this first game as well. He's capable, but 6 points on 2 of 4. Like if they're shooting 50%, I'm going for 4 shots.
Johnson uses McCarron. Yeah.
Glad we don't have to spend the next 3 minutes looking at video to see if it's flagrant.
Keeping things moving here at the Blitz. Back in Melbourne tomorrow for a doubleheader. As Malou strips Zimmerman of the ball. Adelaide settle into something a little more meaningful. Pass over the head of Sotto. Johnson spent too long inside.
It's hard to get a scout report too on teams. Like, you know, I'm sitting here watching Zimmerman and I'm thinking to myself, I think he's gonna come back. But when you're out there in the moment and you haven't played against a guy before, you don't quite know a guy's individual tendencies. That will all come as the season progresses. But right now, I'm trying to get a look on everybody's habits. Everybody's got a little tell. If you just pay attention, wait a minute, there's a guy in the crowd with an Oregon Ducks hoodie on. You see him?
I do see that, yeah.
Get out of here, Oregon Ducks. Civil War football game coming up in a couple weeks. Oregon State beat me. My daughter's at Oregon State. I see Oregon in the yellow circle looking at that O. As I was saying, the big players' tendencies right now is when guys are showing their best stuff. So you want to, as a player, you want to make a little mental note. This guy likes to do this, he likes to pull up this way, go on left, blah, blah, blah. So that's one thing you can't get out of this game, even if the win, even if you don't get the result.
Taipans will play again on Tuesday, so short turnaround for them here once again at My State Bank Arena. They play the Jack Jumpers. Sunday they head to Alveston to play Perth. They've got games against Brisbane and another against the Jack Jumpers before their Blitz campaign finishes. The 36ers will play Tuesday here as well against Perth. Games against Tassie, Brisbane and Perth still to come for them. Zimmerman found his way through the traffic.
Tried to trick me. I think going left, he did the old fake right, but he was bluffing. He gets back to his left hand and finishes.
Two-point ball game. Margin was as high as 10 at one stage. Sotto for three. Didn't go down, but looked comfortable from that range. Deck just as comfortable, but he's missing out as well. Johnson, no good.
I haven't seen a left-hander with a bad-looking three, a bad-looking stroke. Kai stroked it even though he missed it. I mean, it looks like he's capable of making that shot.
It's Kawhi Noi. After three misses at one end, Noi finds the bottom of the net and the other. And Machado strips McCarron of the ball.
It's been trying to trick early in the preseason. Different role for Mitch too, like we were saying before, like, you know, coming from the squad he had around him last year, his responsibility to this one, a little bit different. It's going to take him a little while to adjust.
Travel from Kawhi Noi, who over the last two seasons has just had no luck with injury whatsoever. Only played 18 games last year due to a knee injury. Missed 12 games the season before with an ankle. Still only 24 years of age.
Still a young, what do they say, the best ability is availability. His body just trained the last couple of seasons. The ref didn't help him in by giving him that travel call, which I think they anticipate too often. Good to me.
Nick Marshall coming back in. Wearing number 9 for the 36ers. Sunday deck comes out. Karen feeds Johnson. Drew contact. So if you have just joined us, or making the cup of tea at half-time took a little longer than expected. At one stage, Adelaide led this game by 14. Now find themselves back at level pegging at 45 each.
That's why there's two halves of basketball. That's why you're overreacting. Obviously, when they make some adjustments, come out in the second half, taking some shots, taking good quality shots, your shooting percentage seems to go up. The better shots you take.
Machado, McCall, Deng on the floor at the moment for the Taipans, as well as Zimmerman and Mirko Jerry. Got Marshall up in the air. Machado after the extra pass from McCall. Good offensive set for the Taipans.
Good ball. It all started by one bad closeout. Then he got into the key. Ball swung around. They made the extra pass. Machado gets a nice dribble.
McCall playing with high energy, takes it coast to coast. Back-to-back buckets for Cairns. Taipans have lifted their pressure defensively and it's paid dividends for them. Set up by Marshall. Kept it available for Malou.
Offensive rebound is always going to be a problem.
Parang tambay lang sa kanto maglaro.
Not always the right shot, but the guy's
Oo.
not in position to rebound.
Makalat.
That leg is a sick crack.
Then, pinapasok na si Sotto, sir. Oh, meron na yung 0-0. Hello po, sa mga nanonood.
Johnson goes to work on Zimmerman. To not give away a foul after all of that. Machado threw it over his shoulder and on the trail, Majuk Deng.
Up and down. Kansas has that type of personnel that if the game is going to be like this, up and down, I think they're happy to go with that. Provided, like I said, they get enough stops so they can run like that. They clearly got some athletes that can get down the floor and finish.
It's Dufelmeyer. Lays it up for the 36ers.
That is not a mismatch.
For height, maybe.
For height only, but it is hell down there with Kenny on the block.
Well, Qual out there. Dufelmeyer got a hand on it.
Shout out.
Marshall.
Kenneth Mark Teos.
Carrot eyes darting around, trying to create for someone else. In the end, went himself and has his first points in the game.
There you go. Makes his nice ball screen work. He put him in jail. Came off the ball screen. Got his man on his back. Kept him there. Shot the easy floater.
Ang gulo nila maglaro eh. Florentino Javier.
8. That's 7 now for Jerry. Deng drives and blocked. Nice defensive play.
Nanonood si Florentino Javier.
You can definitely tell the intensity shift in both teams coming out of halftime.
Off the inbound. Keanu Pinder was left all alone. Would have been spectacular had it have gone down. He knows it too.
CJ trash talking a little bit.
So now free throws.
Thank you din, Alexander.
Their first game of the NBL season.
Nilabas si si Kay.
Tough assignment. They play on Sunday, December the 5th, in the jungle against the Wildcats.
Traditionally, not an easy place to play. You're gonna have to work cut out for us for sure.
The next game after that is a home game on December the 11th at the newly refurbished Cairns Convention Centre. The snag pit's gone. The convention centre is back. Bairstow tips it in.
I just see Cairns run a 1-2-1-1 off a free throw. Pressing like. I don't think it's that's out of form. Hey, but you're trying to
He likes to mix it up.
Hey, it's preseason.
Okay lang yan,
Off the front
Alexander.
of the rim. Karen has Bairstow trailing. Did well to keep it in.
Nasa
For all
bench
that.
si Sotto eh.
The little floater.
Most cuts off of it. Defense is snaring the ball and gets himself a layup.
There's McCall cleaning up the mess for the Taipans. He's made a good start to his career.
Bumili ka ng bike mo, Noy? Ha? Ha?
Pinahiram lang na ano?
Uy, may bike ko. To, bili ka bike to.
Extend their lead.
Sir, yan sir? Sir, yan.
Trex, Trek.
Pinahiram, hindi dalawa ang pinbike niya.
Jared
Hingin mo
brings
na.
a baseline. 3 ball goes up. No good though from Jared Kenny.
Sa 3 points yata kanina. May free throw. Nilabas. 3 points ang score niya.
One up.
Nice rebound, Pinder. Adelaide should get one final second differential between game and shot clock. In fact, they might even get more than that. Cairns give the ball back.
And there's times like this with Cairns, like, when was the last time they had a win? So, even though it's a preseason game, you want any kind of win you to try to build some momentum. Little things like that, you're trying to finish off the quarter, you get the turnover, you don't get the shot up. It's just little things like that. Teams that had lost a lot seem to do a lot.
Well, they only had
It's like that.
8 for the entire season last year. Take up with the left hand, Johnson. Clip on the arm and get himself on the line with 2.5 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Adelaide have done themselves a lot of favors. They 15 offensive rebounds, which is he's kept them in it. Because I know the head coach is pulling his hair out, block out. Adelaide, some of Adelaide's best offensive shooting. Listen.
Walker, 36 years. Palang ano nila.
Goes to shooting.
Scores a level at 3/4 time. Much better quarter
Second half.
for the Taipans. They win it. They take a point for it. 56 each. Here's some of our highlights from the third tournament. David, you pointed it out in the call that the Taipans, they seem to be their most comfortable when the ball's moving up and down.
Yeah, they want to play a transition kind of game. They just want to be able to do it on their own terms. They don't want to just be running for the sake of running or just giving up easy layups and then trying to hurry up and get it back. So if they can just tighten up their defense so they can run with more purpose, I think they'll be a lot better. That's not to say that Adam Ford hasn't talked. I'm sure he spoke about that, but it's going to take time.
Break time muna. Mamaya. Second half.
Sabi ng viewers niya.
70. Sayawan muna, sayawan. Ayan.
Great shots inside My State Bank Arena. In the venue of plenty of games during the NBL Blitz, and will be the venue for the season opener on Friday, December the 3rd, between the Tasmania Jack Jumpers and the Brisbane Bullets. So, take us back to that point you were saying about Cairns, and they obviously haven't won a lot of games in the last last season, the season before they had a nice run under Mike Kelly, but is this the sort of instance for Adam Ford, new coach? Are you pushing for a win here just to get a winning feeling in the group?
Yeah, because you haven't had one in a while. You don't know
Tuwad-tuwad
what
sana,
it's
sayang.
So a lot of habits come about by losing. It's almost like teams know how to lose. You kind of get good at losing. So what Adam's noticing now is probably some of those little minor details. Sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot, you know. So he'll want to try to pinpoint those, try to get those out of the guys' kind of psyche. Sometimes you kind of nobody wants to lose, but sometimes you go, oh, here we go, that kind of thing. So when it's early in the season like this, you want to stamp that out as soon as possible. So any win.
Naku, malulubat pa yata ako.
Trail by one as we start the last quarter.
Oh, naglaro na si Sotto.
Kenny, McCall, Zimmerman, Nartai, and Jarek on the floor. The Taipans, Sotto, Deck, McCarran, Johnson, and Marshall for Adelaide. There is Kai Sotto with the rebound.
Point.
Limited minutes in his first game as a 36er, but we're expecting that.
Big learning curve for Kai. And I mean, he's in a good situation. He's going with a guy like CJ. So CJ's going to groom him. CJ's going to help him out. He's a good guy to learn from. Multiple championship winning guard who knows how to play with a big man. So his learning curve is steep. I think he's in good hands.
Can the same be said for Adelaide with their learning curve, considering that the change in coach came late? Are they still kind of all putting it together under a new coach as well?
Same deal. Everybody got to get to know each other. Everybody got to know how the coach works.
Oh, inabot. Ano ito? Sayang.
Like, it's one thing to talk about it in the team meeting. It's one thing to talk about it in breakfast. But it's harder when you got to get out there on the floor and put it to use. So, and all these coaches have to be somewhat patient with their younger teams. Now, teams like United, Perth, the Phoenix, they're going to have a much shorter rope. They're going to expect their guys to get up to speed pretty much like yesterday.
Sus, di pinasa.
Last touch by Sotto.
Di pinasa eh. Ilalim na sana.
Yeah, that was I don't know what you think, Damon, but to me that was one of the shocks of the off-season, that Adelaide would go through the process of almost building their roster and then making the coaching change.
Butata ka. Oh,
Not
sayang.
done. But sometimes you got to get the players in when you can. Who knows what the situation was like, CJ, and how he didn't know what's going on. So it's not a common practice, but it's really happy with the final decision.
Two more for Johnson. That time finds McCarran in the open court.
They said, put me on the dunk confirmation highlight package.
He's going to have some work to do. Josh Adams, Tom Thigbo, Nathan Sobey, all from the first game today.
Definitely be top three. See, like, a shot like that, like,
24 shot lang.
I mean, it's just add extra pressure to yourself. I mean, it's not going to do any favors to the coach when I'm taking a shot like that. And here comes the look.
Yeah. It's Johnson backs down on Nartai and then falls away.
that little kind of dirt whiskey like step back, that little back leg shot. But you got a guy like that that can draw fouls and make his free throw. Sometimes, why would you settle? You know, sometimes that's it's a sign of fatigue, or it's just, you know, just a habit. But go to work down there low, just up to the foul line.
Nilabas ulit. Eh na, malulubat pa ako. Malulubat na ako ah.
So it's a good sign that you got to come out there and he's playing his first, you know, always, you know, pro league over here. And he's seen what's happened with guys in the minor league. He's really, so he's playing with a lot of energy. Like it looks like.
6'4".
Ayaw nga pasahan. Talaga.
Johnson has not been shy from outside today. At the other end, Machado looked to lay it up, and there's Zimmerman to clean things up.
That's one of those shots